Yo, what's up, everybody? How's it going? Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Winston's stoked. I'm stoked. We are so pumped for the release of Behemoth and the music video. It looks like everybody's really enjoying the song. We're so stoked and happy to hear that. Thank you for everybody that's here today to premiere this music video. It was really exciting and kind of difficult to get everybody together for this music video. We worked with an amazing producer. His name is Mills Miller. Him and his team were just exceptional. Like, I don't know that I've ever walked into a music video and just had everything was so organized and flowed so well, like just the way everything works. I mean, when you shoot a music video, it's a long day. It's a long day. And sometimes when things aren't going as smooth as they need to, you're there till like midnight. And Mills just knocked it straight out of the park. Him and I kind of collaborated on like the vision of the storyline, and he was just so flexible with me and was just like, yeah, man, we could do this, we could do that. So that was really fun to be able to really kind of dig in deep with him on the vision for the music video. And what's funny is I flew in from Finland literally the night before. Dustin was in the UK. He flew in the night before. JB, unfortunately, was sick, so he was getting over a cold, and Matt was having a baby. Matt's wife was like saying that she was gonna have a baby like within this time frame, like the day after or 2 days after. So for us to all be able to get there was just a freaking miracle. But music video is really cool. There's a lot of symbolism in it. If I could break down the lyrics quickly for you, basically what the lyric is about is I've come to understand that like my enemy isn't like it's not people, it's not picking a side or that side or this side. It's actually just like evil or darkness, right? And so I thought to myself, man, if I want to change the world, I need to change myself. I need to look at me, who I am. And so I started to realize that there were things in the past that I had experienced in life that really dictated how I treated other people or treated myself, or how I saw the world, or what I thought I should be doing or shouldn't be doing. And I was like, man, I need to heal from some stuff from the past. I need to break these cycles. I need to change my habits and all this stuff. And so it was like really death in this was like, the bad experiences that I had was trying to make me become somebody that I wasn't actually intended to be. And in order for me to live out my actual self, I needed to break those things. I needed to fight those things. I needed to heal from those things, and sever the ties so that I could actually live out my life that I'm intended to live with the purpose that I have, right? And so what you'll see is that there's a lot of symbolism between death, my struggles or things that I've experienced in life, and then the change that I make, the stand that I make. And so it's really just a song that like lyrically it means a lot to me because to face yourself in the mirror and to look at the things that you need to change, that maybe you're living with bad habits, or you're carrying the weight of something that's happened to you, and it's affecting yourself and other people around you. To face that stuff, it's challenging, it's really difficult. And so I wanted to write a lyric that really was encouraging to other people to say, hey man, like if you've got stuff in your life that like needs to go, or you are stuck in a cycle or a bad habit or something, like you can fix that, you can change that, you can rebel against the death in your life, you can now become the person you're supposed to be, and then become the adversary to death, right? So like you can use your pain and your suffering and your struggles, now that you're healed, or that you've faced those things, you can use it for good. You can help other people with it, and you'll have a different lens on when you see life, because the stuff that we hold on to with ourselves, like that are negative or painful, like that stuff does impact the way you see yourself and the way that you see the people around you and people who love you. And so that's really what the song is really about. But yeah, like there's so much symbolism. What you'll see like in the music video is that um, death puts a coat on me, and what that symbolizes is like that's all the pain and that's all the darkness that I have in my life, and he coats me with it. And that's symbolism of like, yeah, like now I will you're mine, and I'm going to take care of you, and I will raise you, right, to be my son, like my beloved, which is one of the lyrics there. And then at one point in the music video, I decide like that's not for me, man. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to submit to that anymore. So there is a really cool line that I like in one of the breakdowns. If you haven't heard the song yet, I'm trying not to give too much away of everything because this music video is pretty sick. But there's a lyric, a line: "I had to suffocate to stop the suffering." And what that means is kind of what I'm talking about, where there's this moment where you have to kill the old self. You have to kill the old habits. You have to kill the old perspective. You have to kill the old identity that you live in. You have to suffocate that stuff. And when you do that, when you take that stuff out of your life, you're ending the suffering, because those are the things that create the suffering in your life. It's like it's the heavy and dark, dreary things that maybe you've experienced or you've created through actions in your own life, and you've made mistakes. It's that kind of stuff that tries to give you shame or guilt or remind you of who you are. But in reality, when you can suffocate those things, you end the suffering. And then later in the song, we talk about no misplaced identity, no more death in the family. It ends with me, meaning like you're actually making a change. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of people that, I mean, a lot of people that are raised in unhealthy environments or homes, right? Or maybe they didn't have a dad, and all of the things that this construct that you were raised in, or this way of thinking that you were supposed to believe these things, like all that stuff, man, like that really has an impact on who you are and how you see the world or see yourself. And so, when you get to a place where you realize that those things aren't healthy for you, you are now going to stop it, right? You're going to put an end to it. So that's kind of what the end of the song is talking about. It's like, no more misplaced identity, no more death in the family. It ends with me. Like I'm severing the ties. I'm breaking the cycle. I'm not going to have it anymore. And then I really love the idea of thinking that I am the adversary to darkness, to death. Because what it does is it takes people out of the equation. It takes choosing a side out of the equation. Like we're all people. We're all broken in some way, shape, or form. And so when I feel like I'm frustrated with things, I want to take it to a deeper level of like, no, that's something that's just dark, and that's wrong, or that's bad, or that's evil, and I'm actually gonna go against that. I'm gonna love harder. I'm gonna have more grace or understanding. I'm gonna learn a process for me to not do those things or participate in that or be influenced by those things, because I understand what they are and like the true intention behind them, and the depth of really what they're going to do in impacting my life. So anyways, it's super cool. When we recorded this song, like I just, when I was writing this and I was writing with Brent, so the lyrics for this album, I think Brent wrote half of them. I wrote the other half. But like usually when we're in the studio, we're in there for like a couple weeks doing the vocals. For this single and for the record that we recorded, we were in the studio for 2 months doing the vocals. And so it was Brent, me, and then our vocal producer Grant McFarland, who is our ride or die. Like he's our homie, and he's done so many of our records. I don't even know how many they've done now. JB will know. JB knows numbers. Um, but we spent 2 months in the studio instead of 2 weeks on this record and this song. And when Brent and I were writing the song, man, I was just like, we were just vibing on it so much together. And it was almost like the beginning of what was to come, because Brent and I were just vibing in the studio so well on this song that it kind of like birthed how we were gonna work together on the rest of the record. And so it just this song means a lot to me, not just lyrically, and because I think it's a kick-ass song. It was like a moment for Brent and I where we were like, yeah, man, like we're doing this and we're doing this together. And so I would say he wrote half of the lyrics, I wrote half, but in reality, man, like we were tied to the hip, and we were just like, all right, what's the best word for this? Or, hey, like Jake, this line's cool, but like I think we can make it better. Like I've got these ideas for these other lines, or, all that kind of stuff. And I will say, I think that it just when we all work together and we have the same goal in mind, it makes magic in the studio. And so yeah, vocals. I mean, I was going to a vocal teacher for a couple things, and I really wanted to take time to try to find the emotion for all of the screams in particular. Like, how do we want this to build? So like the suffering line that I'm talking about, like we really wanted to gradually like have this emotional desperation in my voice, and then be able to bring it up to where it's just like, you know what I mean? You feel that anger, you feel that hatred, that um yeah, just wanting to be the adversary to death, man. Like just go to war, And so but yeah, and if you've been an ABR fan for a long time, you know that a lot of our lyrics start with like an experience or something, and then we try to give some message of hope. And so that's the message of hope of this song to you guys is man, like you have a unique life, you have a beautiful journey ahead of you, and whatever stuff that's in your life that is just making you think twice, or telling you that you're not worthy or you're not good enough, whatever bad habits you got, whatever's blocking you, be honest with yourself, face that shit in the mirror, and because that's the death in your life, and be its adversary, and then go use what you learned to help other people. So yeah, that's pretty much a little micro download, because literally in like 1 minute we're gonna watch this music video, and I think you're gonna like it. It's dark and dreary. There's some really cool like shots with like these really awesome lights in the back, but yeah, it's super cool, and I'm very I just feel honored, man. It's been like, so long this band has been around, and I still get to share my personal experiences with people. And this is my purpose. Like you guys give me the give ABR our purpose, right? So it's cool that we get to share art with you, and hopefully you're encouraged by this. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's a good 3.5 banger, 3.5 minute song, just rips. So if you haven't heard it yet, you're about to check it out, and just you can put it on repeat and get to that pump in the gym if you want. That's what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna hit the gym after this. But yeah, thanks again to everybody who has showed up for the premiere. Thank you for listening to Behemoth, and I really hope that you enjoy this music video. And Mills Miller, you did a hell of a job, my friend. I appreciate you, brother. All right, let's get after it. Here we go. Whoop.